We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Thank you for joining wherever you may be, whatever you may be doing. Thank you for whatever time of day it is. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And whether or not you can see the title, The Portal King Reigns. The Portal King reigns, and Lane Kiffin deserves a round of applause. Yes, Lane deserves this, and it's amazing because I don't think that even this is enough. I don't because he came in here at his press conference. He said exactly what he was planning on doing, and damn it, he did it. He did it, and he did it big. He did it big. Do y'all remember this? Y'all remember when a certain coach said these words?
You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled.
One more time.
You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled.
Yeah, coach told us that we were spoiled. We didn't even know what spoiled was then. We had expectations, we had standards, but we didn't even realize what spoiled was. Lane is spoiling us. Lane Kiffin is currently spoiling us. How is he spoiling us? Well, let me count the ways. 41 players in the portal, 15 high school recruits with a top 10 class, the highest per player rating in that class. So you only got 15, but you got 15 of the best. The 15 best recruits that you could get. And we're spoiled. We deserve to be spoiled. Because in this portal class, you got the number one overall player at quarterback, the now number 3 ranked overall player at edge, and you're in the hunt for the number 4 ranked overall player at left tackle. That is how you build an immediate championship contending team. When your core pieces of your team are the passer, the person who protects the passer, and the person who affects the passer are all at elite levels, you are setting yourself up for success. This roster is already on path to be one of the best rosters in the nation. I'm not saying it's a team that can go out here, spot the ball, and go 12-0. But I feel better about this roster winning 9 games than I felt about last year's LSU team, who a lot of people were predicting to win a national championship. I even had the confidence then, didn't have a show back then, so I couldn't voice this, but I even had the confidence back then that LSU should be contending for a national championship. We went into Clemson, beat them in Baby Death Valley, and the next thing you know, we're a top 5 ranked team. I think we got up to top 3 to number 3, and the wheels fell off. That roster we thought was amazing. That roster is not lighting a candle to the roster that Lane Kiffin has assembled. This doesn't make any sense. I cannot believe I am currently living in the timeline where Lane Kiffin is our head coach, and he is outworking everybody. It's absolutely unfathomable the things that this man is doing. You have to understand what's taking place. And I know it's hard to temper the expectations. But when you look at this roster, especially on the defensive side of the ball, when you look at this roster and everything that it has, it's impressive. You have elite players at every single level. You have rising stars at every single level. All conference level players at every single level. And adding Princewill Umanmielen is the cherry on top because he affects your entire defensive line room. Now, those young guys that you're bringing in, you're not hoping or having the expectation for them to have a major impact in year one. If you get a major impact, that's just an added bonus. But that's not the expectation for them. The expectation for them is to come in and contribute if they can. Because your front seven is better than every other front seven in the SEC. I don't understand how you can look at a defensive line that brought in Stephilian Green, Malik Blockton, Jordan Ross, Achilles Wood, and now Prince Will Umanmielen. And adding that with Gabe Relaford, adding that with Don McKinley, adding that with Dame Shanklin, adding that with Kalaj Cobbins, adding that with the incoming freshman of Deuce Geralds, who a lot of people seem to have forgotten about, Lamar Brown, and Richard Anderson. And don't forget about Trenton Henderson either. This defensive line group is elite. And don't forget about the linebacker room. You snatched the soul of Ole Miss's defense. You took their their leader in sacks, and the top tackler, not just in their team, but in the conference. And oh, by the way, the second leading tackler in the SEC, he's your third best linebacker on LSU in Devon Keys. And now you have a defensive back room with DJ Pickett, PJ Woodland, Ty Benefield, Deshaun Spears, Tamarcus Cooley, Fahim Delane, and incoming true freshman Havon Finney. Where are the holes? Now, mind you, this is all on paper. But damn, this paper ain't look so good. This paper hasn't looked this good in so long. I am so happy to be looking at this paper right now. This is some beautiful looking paper. And it just makes me realize that Brian Kelly didn't even realize what he said when he said,
You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled.
no, the spoiling wasn't even there yet, BK. The spoiling wasn't even there yet. Because now we are. We are spoiled now. How are we spoiled now? Because look at what Lane is doing. And not just who he's bringing in, it's the work that he's doing. It's the work that he's doing to get these guys in here. And it cannot be overlooked. You are in on whatever player that you want to be in. You're in on them. And that's amazing within itself. And then it's the hustle to get in on them. How can you not be impressed? You watch them mess up. You watch them mess up with Sam Levitt. And in the midst of that, hop on a flight, catch him mid-trip between Miami and Tennessee, and made sure that you were the last one he spoke with before he hopped on a plane and go to Miami. What more do you want? What more do you want? Oh, that wasn't enough for you? Cool. How about I just stay up and I'll be in the building at 4:00 in the morning, leave out at 11:30 at night, and then we will get the number one offensive lineman on campus, convince him not to go to Oregon. And then when he leaves without committing, how about I track him down to Atlanta where he's training, hop on a flight and go spend some time with him in his comfort zone. And then you got Dan Lanning trying to copy, trying to do what you're doing. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because I'm spoiled now. You mean to tell me this what my head coach doing? If your head coach is not working like Lane Kiffin, he ain't working. Lane Kiffin is out here working like the rent due. Like he trying to make ends meet. He is bought all the way in, and he is not holding back. He's doing what you expect any coach at LSU to do. That's give it their all. And I promise you, Tiger Nation, because of the sacrifices that he's making now, it will pay dividends. You will see a return on his investment. And don't think that he just wants to get the big name players in here just to get them in here. No. He's bringing in an entire team, but he has a plan to develop them. Because it's one thing for us to sit back and look at these guys on paper, right? It's one thing for us to look back at these 41 commits. Fingers crossed that it's 42. One thing for us to sit back and look at these commits and say, damn, this is a hell of a roster. It's another thing for them to go out and get developed. That is the next step. And I think that you have the guy that's going to do that. Look at what he's produced in Ole Miss. He has a track record for it. He is going to get these guys and get the most out of them. Will there be some mistakes? Well, absolutely, of course. And I can tell you now, it's easy for me to sunshine pump everything that he is doing because everything that he's doing right now has been good. But when it's wrong, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out, just like how Ole Miss fans and reporters are calling out the fact that they're going to be filing lawsuits because they are alleging tampering against LSU for Princewill signing 7 minutes after entering the portal, even though he made his intentions known about getting into the portal on Friday, and Ole Miss just held up his name because they were trying to play games and keep him in Ole Miss. But let's not talk about that, or the fact that there was a player from UCLA who signed with Clemson and now apparently is backing out of his contract that he signed with Clemson to go to Ole Miss. But I guess that's not tampering either. And I guess Clemson shouldn't try to file a lawsuit against Ole Miss for doing that because it's good for me and not for thee. Guess that's the standard there in Oxford. But whatever. Keep talking. Because on 9/19, the Tigers are coming. On 9/19, the LSU Tigers are coming. And they're going to be ready to play. Don't think that they're not going to be. I was watching Mike Scarborough and Buddy Sanji earlier, and they shared this amazing clip, which I'm going to pull up for y'all to see. Well, I'm not going to say they shared this amazing clip, but they had this amazing interaction. Let me pull this up right quick. I want y'all to
Right
hear
now.
this.
And we'll see if Chambliss gets it.
And then, we'll see what Chambliss does. I think they will beat
But
the
you admit that will
NCAA.
be a tough game.
Yeah, well, I like LSU to beat Ole Miss. I'm going to say right now, Lane Kiffin is going to put 40 or more on Ole Miss. I'm telling you right now. Oh, yeah. He is going to rub it in. You think it's bad now. Wait till you get into that game in the fourth quarter. When
40 points.
I'm about to do a Carter Bryant on you, sitting down in my chair like you
Well,
get on press.
You heard it
We'll
here
see if
first,
Chambliss
folks.
And then, we'll see what Chambliss does. I think they will beat
But
the
you
40
admit
NCAA.
that will
points
be a
in
tough
Oxford.
game.
Yeah, well, I like LSU.
40 points in Oxford. 40 points. The melt in Oxford would be so sweet. 40 points. You love to see it. I would love to see that. I'm not going to go out on that limb and say that. I don't know what this line is going to look like. I don't know what the run game is going to look like. I don't know what type of rhythm the offense is going to be in at that point. It's literally week 3. I'm not even making predictions on what that game is going to be. I know it's going to be tough as hell. I know the environment is going to be absolutely electric and amazing, and I know I will not be there. Anybody from the state of Louisiana driving in the Mississippi that weekend will be getting a ticket. I am staying my ass right here in Louisiana that entire weekend. Not going to Mississippi for anything at all. So I look forward to it. 919 is going to be absolutely amazing. Going to be electric. And I can't wait. Cannot wait. Give me 1 second. I'm going to refix this camera and the audio. All right, we should be good now, hopefully. But I don't want to keep this too long tonight. I know it's already late. It's 9:54. But let's talk Jordan Seaton real quick. Jordan Seaton, if he gets in this boat, if he gets on this train, if he gets in this class, would be the final piece. He would be the soul stone. No, he would be the time stone. That's why I got on my green hoodie. He would be the time stone to this infinity gauntlet that Lane Kiffin has assembled. And why? Because that's the piece that seals up your offensive line. Braylon Moore at center, Aaliyah Ball at guard, and Jordan Seaton at left tackle. You got Weston Davis fighting for another guard, for another tackle spot. Devin Harper fighting for another starting spot. And we ready to roll. The defense, as I laid out earlier, set. It's going to be amazing, and it's deep. Your offensive line can be very good if Jordan Seaton is in that line room. You're deep at wide receiver. The speed is off the charts. Your running back room is really good. It's going to be very underrated. It's full. All three of your lead backs complement each other. And let's not talk about the quarterback room. It's the best quarterback room in the nation. And then you got Lane Kiffin on the sidelines calling the plays and developing the offensive scheme. So you're going to be good. You get Jordan Seaton in this room on that O-line, who will probably be the first offensive tackle drafted in the 2027 NFL draft. You get that guy in LSU, I'm comfortable in saying that they possibly should win 10 games at the minimum. Because he just fits it. He completes it. It's like having a fresh baked chocolate cookie and then adding the nice, tall, cool glass of milk. Yes, the cookie's good without the milk. But with the milk, it's just that much sweeter. Jordan Seaton is the milk. Do you need it? Yes, milk is good for your body. Have to have it? No, you don't have to have it. Because I think the offensive line room would be nice. It would be an improvement against what we just witnessed in this last season. It would be a much better improvement. But how much of an improvement do you want to make on this line this year? Jordan Seaton takes this offensive line from being okay to you got a damn unit. You probably can compete for one of the best offensive lines in the conference because of Braylon Moore being at center, because of Aaliyah Ball coming in from Maryland, having started 23 consecutive games, and then you add this athletic monster in Jordan Seaton. Put this guy in front of Sam Levitt. Please get this deal done. And now my boy CJ Wrights on Twitter found a flight tracker with a flight leaving Baton Rouge to head to Atlanta tomorrow. It's one of the MMR jets. I have no idea. I'm not a flight tracking individual. But the last time this happened, there was a flight going from Baton Rouge to Arizona. And while that flight was on its return to Baton Rouge, it was announced that Sam Levitt was the quarterback for the LSU Tigers. I'm not saying that Jordan Seaton is getting on this plane tomorrow. I'm not saying that this plane is going to pick up Jordan Seaton. What I'm saying is that it could be something, but it could also be a lot of nothing. And if it's a lot of nothing, it's okay. But damn it, if it's something, that's huge. Because look at what you had to go through to get him here. You weren't even favored to get him when he was announcing. The thought was always supposed to be for him to go to Oregon. But instead, he spent 2, damn near 3 days in Baton Rouge and never made it to Eugene. That's massive. He went to go see Mississippi State before he went to go see Oregon. And that's because of what Lane Kiffin and his coaching staff has done. They made him a priority. And now you are in on the best offensive lineman in the country. So I got to close. I believe tomorrow is the last day for students to be registered for classes. So it will be important for him to be here tomorrow, or at least make the announcement. And who knows? Maybe we get the announcement tonight at midnight. Maybe it's another 11:59 type of night. Maybe Lane, because I know he's still up. I don't think he's watching this show yet. I'm not too big to be on his radar just yet. Maybe Lane is waiting to drop another tiger emoji at 12 o'clock tonight. Who knows? But that's what I love about this. We have hope again. We have massive amounts of hope again for LSU football. The program is healthy. It's exciting. It's going to thrive. We have an opportunity to live up to what BK told us.
You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled.
Yeah. I'm proud to be spoiled. In other sporting news around LSU, the basketball team stinks. I hope that this is the timeline that I live in, where we get Jay Johnson, Kim Mulkey, Lane Kiffin, and Will Wade on the same campus. Could you imagine Lane Kiffin as the head football coach and Will Wade as the men's basketball coach? That is unreal. That would be simply beautiful. That's things that you can only ever dream of. That has to happen. Please. Please. So, as I get ready to sign off tonight, I want to make a couple of announcements. There's going to be some behind the scenes changes being done to the podcast. Going to be incorporating some new software, building out some new platforms. I'm starting up a Discord server because Twitter, for some reason, I feel like it's suppressing a lot of the smaller LSU voices. A lot of us are ending up in shadow bans and things. And I don't really care for that. That's not fair. Only thing we're out here doing is just having fun. There are a lot of people out here talking about other people's families and wives and children, and yet their comments and their slander gets to get spread all over that app. We're just trying to enjoy the fact that we have a coach that we're all rallying behind. And we're talking about that. But for the most part, you got content creators and people who are just trying to build a community and engage with one another who are just getting suppressed. It's not cool. So I'm going to start up a Discord server where we could just come in and hang out and chill and talk about things about LSU. And while my podcast is going to cover more than LSU, LSU is my favorite thing to watch and cover, all sports. Football, basketball, I'm excited about baseball season. I can't tell you the details of the baseball team like most other people, but when baseball season kicks off, well, when first pitch takes place, I am locked into every game. So there will be some discussions around LSU baseball, a lot. There will be discussions around LSU women's basketball the closer we get to tournament time. And we're going to follow the coaching status of the men's basketball team. So let's just continue to build this community out. Let's have fun. Go do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and follow the Twitter page right here, because I still can get some content out on Twitter. And then that's why I'm going to make the announcement for the Discord server to send out that link and get that set up. And the good thing about the Discord server is if you're in there, you'll be able to engage live on the show with me. You'll be able to talk. And that's what I want. I want that feedback. I want that community, because why not? Let's do that. Let's have that. That's what it is. That's what it means to be a part of the boot. It's to have community, to support each other. All right. So let's do that. I want to thank you for watching, for the few of those who I saw in here tonight, for everybody that's out there on Twitter listening. Thank you so much for liking and sharing. And like I said, the growth and engagement has been nothing short of amazing. I love y'all all. And please be the difference that you want to see. Hold the door open for someone. Say good morning. Smile. Your smile can save a life. So y'all be great out there. Have a good night.